Alright, let's talk a little bit about how you can align things inside Figma. So let's draw some rectangles, and I'll just press R on my keyboard to get the rectangle tool up here, but you can click it as well, and we can draw some things like this. And so typically I like to create things by just dragging them up like this because it's so fast and easy. But then I'd like to go up here and actually tweak the pixel values manually using my keyboard because I want them to be very exact. And so let's put 100 in here and 100 in here. And now we have a square up here. And so quite often I'll just like drag up a few things. Let's say, for instance, that we're designing this little guy, this traffic light design inside of the Mac OS. So I'll need 3 rectangles like this. And now I want to clean up this layout. And so I can, of course, go in and like manually position them. Okay, 56, maybe I want a little less, and I can push them around like this, but that's quite tedious. So typically what I will do is I'll just grab a few of these and use these tools up here to align them nicely. This one to the right is very useful. It has this tidy up option, which typically just understands what you want to achieve and adds a little bit of tidying up to the layout. So if you click that, it added an equal amount of spacing in between here. And let's see what we have more here. Yeah, distribute vertical spacing and distribute horizontal spacing. So in this case, what it did was actually it distributed the horizontal spacing like that. So you can use those tools to sort of begin cleaning up layout. And then you have the alignment tools to further clean it up. So you have the, I always mix up the vertical and the horizontal, but you have the vertical alignment here. Actually, you have the horizontal alignment here. So that's not very useful here because it would just smash the things together. But in this case, we want to use the vertical alignment to center them vertically like that. So now you have a few vertically centered rectangles like this. And down here you have a spacing, little spacing input. And so right now the spacing, because we tidied it up, is 105 in between each. So it's the same. But we want to reduce that quite a bit. So let's move that down to perhaps a nice number like 8, maybe a little bit more, 12. And then we want to change the size of these guys to maybe 12 as well. And so when I change the size here, you can see kind of annoyingly that the spacing was changed again, which makes sense. And so we'll just reduce that back to something like 8. And now finally we just have to select these guys, give them a bit of radius, and let's compare our design to the Mac OS design. Like that. Oops. Okay, that looks quite good. Maybe we want a little less spacing in between them. Something like that. Nice. And we can just pick the colors to finish our beautiful design here. Like that. Beautiful. So I thoroughly encourage you to just get familiar with these like alignment tools up here. They're quite nice, and it just can really help you quickly create a nice layout if you can know how to like, yep, let's align these guys, let's tidy up the values, let's decrease the spacing, stuff like that. It really makes you comfortable and fast when it comes to creating new designs.